Hello, YouTubers. I wanted to do a quick video about becoming an entrepreneur. It's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I've always been stuck in the same job. Not really wanting to be stuck in the same job, but just because it was something that I was familiar with, so I just continued to do that because that's the experience that I had. So I was doing retail. I stayed in retail. A little bit of background. I stayed in retail for, I want to say, from the time that I was 16 until I was 29 or 28. Because basically I have I want to say 13 years. 13 years I stayed in retail. 13 years of retail experience, and I just stayed doing that because it was something that I was familiar with, and it was easy to get a job in because there were jobs always available. But once I went to college, once I got my bachelor's degree, first of all, I got my bachelor's in English with a minor in marketing. And after I got my bachelor's degree, after I had my son and I got my bachelor's degree, and I really started being serious about what I wanted to do, I realized I don't really want to work for anybody else. I didn't want to work for anyone else. I started getting serious about it. And it was something that took me a long time to decide, but then not really. The pros to being an entrepreneur is that you have the freedom to do whatever the hell you want, okay? Part of my language, it might be unprofessional, but I'm very passionate about the subject, is I feel like people should be able to do whatever they want. They should have the finances that they want, as long as they work hard for it. Now, the pros and cons of being an entrepreneur, I'll just go over a few of them. This is off the cuff. I'm at home. You probably hear my son in the background. The first one would be that being an entrepreneur allows you the freedom to do whatever you want. But the con of that is that you have to use your time wisely. So you need to have really good time management skills. And while you have the opportunity to earn more, you need to be disciplined. So for some people who are not disciplined, this is not necessarily the best thing for you, because you need to be disciplined. You need to have time management skills. You need to be able to deal with all sorts of people. I love people, and so I'm able to go ahead and deal with people fairly easily. But for some people, they need guidance. They need some sort of structure to be able to do that. And it's understandable, but at the same time, it's not necessarily something that you should take lightly, because getting along with people and being able to talk to people, walk up to someone, shake their hand, talk to someone, really gives you the opportunity to build your people skills. But you're building upon them. You're not going to all of a sudden be able to just talk to people. That's not how it works. It happens over time. One of the things that I like about entrepreneurial endeavors, or doing things that are entrepreneurial-like, is that it's fun meeting new people and just being able to network and see what other people are doing. Collaborating with other people in deciding, making your own decisions. Now, once again, for someone that isn't really like the type of person that likes making their own decisions or making decisions in general, then it's probably not the best thing for you. I mean, for some people, making decisions is terrifying. It's paralyzing, and for me, it's liberating. It gives me a power over my own life. I don't want somebody having the power over my life. It's my life. You only get one. So my idea of financial freedom is being able to decide what I'm going to do with my money. It doesn't matter how much money I have, just what I'm going to be able to do with my money. You're going to be paying bills for the rest of your life. And you're going to have to deal with the system, quote unquote, for the rest of your life. And so my question to you is, if you're even thinking about it, obviously you're thinking about it if you clicked on this video. If you're thinking about it, one of the things that I like to ask people is, what do you have to lose? Weigh the odds. What do you have to lose? Because if you feel like you have a lot to lose and you don't want to venture out into something that's too new and that it's a different territory and you're just being afraid, letting fear run your life, basically. I used to be one of those. But you have to decide how long you're going to be like that. You never know when your ticket is going to be up. So really, it's something that you have to decide and stick to it. Stick to it. You have to have that type of personality that's determined, that doesn't necessarily let that first or second or third or fourth or fifth or 10th no destroy you. You have to have a thick skin. Now, me personally, I have published 3 books, self-published. 3 books, the third of which won an award. I was published when I was 16. Like, I've always been the type of person to go after what I want. And so it's not necessarily that it came easy for me, but that it was something that was so deeply ingrained in my being that I couldn't ignore it. I couldn't ignore it. I can't ignore my passion to run my own life, to be independent, to be my own person, and to share my passion with people without anyone lording over me. And so, those are some of the things that I like about being an entrepreneur, is that I get to set my own hours. I get to decide when I'm going to work, but also I bust my butt, okay? I bust my behind. I'm not out there doing anything that is easy. Because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But it's not easy, and it's something that takes time. I had to go and get an education because I didn't know how to internet market. Not really until I got an associate's in marketing. And I'm currently getting my master's in internet marketing because I need to know more about this. And I think that having the structure of a classroom, online classroom, is going to help me with that. It has in the past, so I'm sticking to it. Anyway, I don't want to get this video too long. I just want to talk to you about being your own CEO, being that person that does their own thing. It's so liberating. It's so liberating. Once you get a taste of freedom, you don't go back. Or at least, if you do go back, you don't go back for very long because you realize that you miss being free. So, with that said, not to steer you away from whatever job you were trying to get that may be working under someone else. Just think about that. Think about the freedom, but also the challenges that come with being an entrepreneur. I'd rather face those challenges that are my own than face someone else's challenges because of whatever dream they have. But that's just me personally. Anywho, hopefully whatever I said helped at least one person out there. I mean, I'm not trying to steer you away from whatever it is you're trying to do, but for me, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur. I am an entrepreneur. I've been able to succeed at that. So, with no further ado, if you have the talent to run your own business, do it. Now's the time to do it. The economy sucks. We don't know who the president's going to be. If you have a skill, the president thing was just something that I threw in there. But if you have a skill or something of that nature, use it. And use it to your own advantage, not someone else's. Anyway, hopefully what I said helped. This is my last video of the day. The daylight is disappearing. Anyway, hopefully the lighting isn't too bad. But anyway, thanks for watching. Think about what I said. Have a good night.